Beneath the coal-black waves of a silent ocean, humanity discovered a shadow that should not exist. The expedition began with a simple survey mission sent to chart tectonic scars and ancient impact basins on a distant water world. Sensors whispered of impossible geometry rising from the abyss like a mountain made by thought rather than stone. The crew gathered on the deck as the sea rolled under alien stars, and every human felt the same quiet fear. Submersible lights cut into the depths and revealed walls that stretched beyond sight, carved with symbols older than memory. No record spoke of builders here, yet the city waited patient and vast, sleeping under pressure and time. As the vessel descended, the water grew still as if the ocean itself held its breath. Towers emerged first, then bridges and avenues wide enough to swallow fleets. The city was not broken by collapse, but preserved by purpose, as if sealed against forgetting. Engineers spoke softly while historians stared, unable to look away from the scale of it. Every surface shimmered with a faint glow, not bioluminescence, but something deeper and steadier. Doors the size of cliffs stood closed, yet welcomed the gaze of the living. The crew named the place the Colossal, though no name could truly hold it. When the submersible touched the plaza floor, a low hum answered like a greeting. Robotic explorers rolled forward and transmitted images of statues that resembled no known species. They were tall, with layered limbs and eyes shaped like stars. Their faces held expressions of calm resolve, as if prepared for an ending they understood. A central spire rose from the plaza and pierced the darkness above like a frozen beam of night. Inside the spire, the team found chambers filled with crystalline archives. Light flowed through those crystals, forming moving patterns that felt like language. Artificial intelligence struggled to parse a meaning, yet the humans felt stories pressing against their minds. A linguist whispered that this was not writing but memory itself given form. The city began to respond as more systems awakened after millennia of silence. Currents shifted and pathways lit, guiding the explorers deeper. There was no hostility, only an immense sense of watching patience. In a hole shaped like a shell, the crew found a mural that told of a great withdrawal. The builders had chosen the scene not as refuge, but as sanctuary. They had foreseen a cosmic storm that would scour worlds and erase civilizations. Rather than flee to the stars, they sank their city beneath the waves. Time would pass and the storm would fade while the ocean guarded what remained. Another chamber revealed machines designed to endure eons, drawing power from planetary tides. These machines still lived their quiet duty without complaint. Human engineers wept at the elegance of such devotion. In the deepest vault lay a sphere suspended in water, untouched by corrosion. When approached, it unfolded into a projection of a being made of light. The being spoke not with sound, but with shared understanding. It welcomed humanity as the long-awaited heirs of curiosity. The builders had hoped someone would one day find them and remember them. They did not seek resurrection, only witness. The projection showed visions of their final days as they sealed the city and embraced the dark. There was sorrow, but also peace in their choice. The ocean had become their archive and their tomb. Humanity promised to protect the city and to tell its story among the stars. As the submersible rose, the lights of Colossal dimmed again, returning to its watchful sleep. Above the waves, the crew emerged, changed forever. They carried no relics, only knowledge and responsibility. Across human space, the discovery reshaped philosophy and purpose. We were not alone and never had been. Civilizations could choose dignity over survival at any cost. The sea world remained quiet beneath its stars, holding its colossal secret once more. And humanity began to listen more carefully to the depths of every world it touched years past after the first ascent, and humanity returned with reverence rather than conquest. New expeditions formed, guided by strict oaths of preservation and humility. The ocean world became a sanctuary zone guarded by international fleets. Scholars trained for decades just to read the shifting light memories within the city. Each descent felt like entering a cathedral built by minds that understood time differently. The city responded, slowly opening new corridors only when approached with patience. Human explorers learned that haze caused systems to dim as if disappointed. A new discipline emerged called abyssal ethics, teaching restraint as a form of intelligence. Children on Earth in distant colonies learned the story of Colossal as a lesson in listening. The archives reveal fragments of alien art composed of motion and resonance. Music was discovered encoded in pressure waves that once flowed through the streets. When reconstructed, the melodies carried a profound stillness that silenced crowded rooms. Biologists found traces of extinct sea life once tended by the builders like sacred gardens. The city had not only housed the people, but an entire ecosystem bound to their care. Engineers marveled at materials that healed under stress using molecular memory. These discoveries transformed human architecture toward harmony with environment. One expedition uncovered a chamber untouched since sealing day. Inside lay personal objects, simple tools, and symbols of affection. It was proof that even a civilization of giants cherished small moments. A final message hidden deep within the spire activated during a rare stellar alignment. It showed the builders watching the stars fade through the water above. They spoke of hope that one day another species would learn not from their triumphs but their restraint. Humanity listened and changed policy across dozens of worlds. Expansion slowed and conservation became a central value. The ocean world remained unmined, its depth respected as a living archive. Over time, humans began to feel less like discoverers and more like students. The idea of progress shifted from endless growth to mindful endurance. Thalassa became a symbol etched into human culture. Poets wrote of cities that sleep and wait without fear. Explorers approached new worlds with softer steps and quieter tools. And beneath the waves, a colossal city continued its silent vigil. Not lost anymore but remembered. Not abandoned but honored. A bridge across millennia formed not by conquest but by understanding. Thus the submerged city changed humanity without ever rising from the sea.